Salaki, he changed his mind and by doing what? What did they have to do just by changing their minds?
He up there? I don't see him on the computer.
You want me to give it to you for time's sake?
Come on, sir.
Sir.
They signed a piece of paper.
Come on, sir. Come on. Change the policy. Come on, sir.
Okay. You hit the nail on the head, Yanazar, when you said policy, right? But all they really did was sign their name on a piece of paper. It's the same way that they told us that we received our quote unquote civil rights. They signed a document, basically, right? That means our lives as so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Indians can be easily changed with the signing of a piece of paper. That's how you know that we're still under the slave master. You understand?
That's right, sir.
By simply adding a signature to a piece of paper, our lives can change. One day you go to the grocery store and it's perfectly fine. And everybody welcome you. Come on in. They take your money. They allow you to buy groceries, let you live and come and go as you please. And you wake up on Tuesday morning and they ask you to come down to the immigration office so they can slap these monitoring systems on your wrist. And it all happened with the signing of a signature. That's how diabolical these bastards are. You understand? And it's always been that same MO. You know how they took Mexico? They went to war, and after they signed a piece of paper, you know, let's take Mexico, California, you know, let's sign this piece of paper. Yeah, these are all part of what? The United Snakes of America now. Right? So read that verse again for me, Hawan.
Oh, so like I said, he just stepped out. Hold on, let me see if I can get it. Man, where's my book back?
Lamentations.
If somebody could, Lamentations 4 and 18. Akashkar, if you could.
Come on. So this is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 18. They hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come.
What does it mean? When somebody say they hunt our steps, what does that mean? What would that mean?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Okay. I mean, the ankle bracelet is the epitome of this particular scripture. Because if you step outside of that zone, one step out of the permitted zone, they're going to hunt your steps. They know every step that you're taking. They know where you're going.
So let me ask you a question. So are we talking about literal steps? Because some people out there, they got an Apple Watch. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that has an Apple Watch and they thinking they got 15,000 steps. So somebody may be looking at, is the oppressor looking at my 15,000 steps? What are we talking about when we talking about steps, Baba Kashar? It's not. You got to get better. Come on, what you got?
So, somebody saying something?
No, go ahead. I'm listening, brother.
So your steps means like they want to know where you are. They want to know direction. They know where you are. So if they want to get you, they know where you're stepping out to. They know where you're going. They know how to get you.
Right. When you talk about steps, it's like your order of operation. Like what are your moves from day to day, if that makes sense. It's muted. I'm muted. Yeah. Yeah. You just pressing button. Stop. Unmute. Right there where you at the mute button. Down. Unmute all of it. Get it out. Yeah. Yep. Good. Now turn the mic to you know. Is it orange? Hold it down to now turn it on.
Mic check.
Go ahead.
So like hunt our steps is like hunt our way of life. They hunt everything we do. So if you think about a deer, how they hunt deer is the same way that they hunt us. Like they analyze how the deer moves in the rain. They analyze how the deer moves during a storm when it's real hot outside. When the deer need water, they analyze every movement, every style that the deer can live. So the same way that they hunt that deer is the same way that they hunt our steps.
If you hunt a deer, what's make you an effective hunter? You know their resting place.
You know everything. You know how they sleep.
You know where they feed at.
Right, damn right.
You know their routines.
You know how to catch a deer when he's weak.
Yeah, you know when they're about to have birth.
Right.
You know that what they call it when women carry children, the gestational period, and then what they call it. And then what they call it.
Cancer, gestation.
That's what it's called, right? The gestational period, right? They know when you hunting a deer, you know when a deer is about to have, a child.
Right.
You also know how long the deer carries a child. You also know in all of them. Stop. You good? Just turn it down just a little bit. On the white button. Stop. On the one you got.
Yeah. The water, sir.
Most High in Christ. So when they talk about they hunt our steps, those are the things that we talk about. For them to want to hand you an ankle monitor or a wrist monitor, there's only one thing that you're thinking about. They pretty much know your day-to-day operations. You understand? That's what makes this so diabolical. And just to think about it is like this: you went to sleep being able to go anywhere, and you were told you was part of this system, and you woke up saying, "Nah, this, your service is no longer needed." You understand?
Slack it, sir.
Come on with it, Yonzo.
You know the services that the Haitian people and the Mexican people provide are essential to the economy. You see, I was watching a report in New York, right, where a lot of the Haitians, they were performing duties as nurses and nurses' aides, and those are important positions that they were performing. Water, brother, thank you so much, man. Hey, I'll come talk to you. So those services and the production of food and other labors that the so-called tribe of Iscar, the so-called Mexican provides, are essential to the economy in America. So this is like cutting off your nose to spite your face. Well, that's diabolical. I mean, that's what it is.
Good night. That's where we at with it. Let me get the book of Psalm chapter 83 and verse 3. My brother Iraq pulled this one right here. I want to go all the way into it. Baba Kashaw, who got it?
So like I said, if I may, before we do that,
come on.
Officer Kayada one is in the backstage.
Go ahead.
Officer Kayada one is in the backstage. I think he wants to come up.
Come.
Okay, what's the scripture, sir?
Book of Psalm chapter 83 verse 3. The water, Koska.
Come, sir. This is the book of Psalm, chapter 83 and verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken what?
Crafty counsel against thy people.
What in this situation, what would make it crafty, Baba Kashaw? What make this thing so crafty when we talk about them being able to hunt our steps? What makes it so crafty? How would you apply the word crafty with it? Come on.
Yes, like it says, if I may, as you say that you go to sleep knowing that you have the freedom to move around, and some people make a decision overnight and change your whole life. And in the morning you wake up and realize things have changed.
Right. Heavy. Come on, Batazar one.
Like when you think of crafty, you think of like arts and crafts. So you gotta there's different ways to skin a fox. So this devil has gotten crafty at how to deal with Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Got crafty on how the different ways that he can hunt us and obtain our power. You know what I'm saying? Salakia, through may it be Planned Parenthood, the women's movement, Black Lives Matter,
Right.
A stimulus check.
Right.
Hey, brother, I give you this job if you do this. Hey, brother, do this. Shake my hand. I'll make you rich in your neighborhood. Crafty. This definitely not crafty. Slocky.
You know something that also that we have to consider when we talk about the craftiness of these other nations, the amount of fear that they can incite into our people. When you're afraid, are you able to think soundly with your decision making?
La.
Come on.
Just like an animal, just like a gazelle,
Yeah.
just like a damn antelope. That antelope living his life, drinking at the well, and he see this damn devil with this 17-inch.
Brother, I got one just like that. Think about a deer. You ever seen a deer beside the road, sis? Like, and a deer, before you get there, what is the deer normally doing? He got his head down, eating the what? Eating the grass. He just thinking it's a normal day on the outside, right? But once you drive by and he see the headlights, what the deer does? He's startled. He's in fear, right? And the first thing a deer, because you've been blinded, what a deer normally do?
Slocky, sir.
Come on with it, Yonazar.
They usually freeze.
They freeze. They freeze for a little while, and then they panic. And in that panicking, while they're panicking, what do they do after they begin to panic? After they freeze,
They run.
they run. And with that, I'm gonna get it. Having the 13,000, Captain Nayathaq, man. You know what I mean? Y'all
Listen,
clap
cat,
it
toe
up.
out. What's your thumb? How y'all doing?
With Tawal, Cap.
Wow.
All right. Yanisa, I got you.
One concert.
I'm gonna get here either tomorrow or next week, right?
Kind of one concert.
I'll let you know. All right. I'll send the questions up. All right, so just bear with me a few more. All right. Any more questions? On?
Slocky, sir.
Come on.
I didn't.
We got.
Hold on.
I'm really
hold
kind
on.
of. I don't really want to bring this question up, but some person, Rick Campanella, 4254, asked, "Does our God accept human sacrifice?"
He didn't even work talking.
Rick, where's he? What's this question? Does our God accept what?
Human sacrifice.
Okay. Answers. Precept. Make precept first. What precept I'm looking for?
Fancy.
All right.
So like I said, I mean,
Come on. Go ahead.
I'm thinking Romans chapter 12 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice.
A what?
A living sacrifice.
Slocky, what verse is that again, sir?
Romans chapter 12, verse 1. Slocky. Holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service.
So, okay. Now, that's a very good one also too, right? Now, remember what Akashka that's right. Akashka, the whole way out and go to Hebrews 10 and 10. Right? Hebrews 10 and 10.
Come on. This is the book of Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 10. By the which we will our sacrifice through the offering of the body of Jesus Christ once for all.
Right. And this is what you have to ask yourself too. Like, okay, that whole human sacrifice, Rick, I mean, because his question is so vague. It's not only I don't know if he's being sarcastic, funny. I don't know. So Ricky gonna have to tell me. But who what did they? I don't want to give it so much, but what did they say about the Aztecas on them, the Mexicans on them?
So like you, sir.
I talk about the Spaniards on them.
Khan, they accused them of making human sacrifice.
Yes, and these are things with the oppressor, right? The oppressor normally accuse you of doing what he is already doing or has done and is continuing to do. You understand? Right? Now, that whole thing about the body, remember who had a hard time accepting when Christ said you're gonna have to what? Eat my body and what? Drink my blood.
So like you, sir. The whole school except for 12.
Yes. And people outside too, because remember, John, right? John is the one that sent his disciples, right? John was in prison, sent his disciples to Christ to question him about what? About that statement he made. You understand? This whole thing about but if we're sacrificing, what's the question he asked? Yanisa? I'm trying to look for the question.
He's asking if our God accepts human sacrifice.
All right, he gonna understand it in a few seconds. You'll understand this in a few seconds. And the human sacrifice he's talking about, he got to be a little more specific. Are you talking about eating, like literally putting a human up on an altar and sacrificing him? What type of sacrifice he's talking about? Yeah, is that you're checking it, right? Wait, where's the question? I didn't see the question.
The question is in the chat, sir, and it's at Rick Campanella 4254 at 723.
I'm trying to see that here, but I can't see. Maybe I came in after. All right. Well, we're going to go on. So read Hebrews 10 and 10 one more time for me.
Come on. But Silaki, so Officer Kayadawan seemed to still be in the back.
In the back? Okay, hold on.
Okay.
I'm not seeing him in the back too.
He's in the private chat. He's saying in the private chat.
Okay, hold on. Okay, good. Somebody pray up there for me. Good. Hold on. Okay, I don't know what just went on there. I don't know what happened there. Who set the stream yard up? This is Durham. Do you all see brother in the background?
Khan, we set it up here, sir, and we're able to see him. I mean, we're able to see his question.
No. K1 saying he's backstage, but I'm not seeing him.
He's right there. He's right here. Oh, you don't see Kiadawan? Yeah, we was wondering about that. We thought that Kiadawan, his screen is black here, so we was thinking that was on his end.
Oh, okay.
So he's not up here anymore. We tried to bring him on, but when we clicked him in, his screen was black. So I was thinking, and it had a microphone there. I was thinking that maybe that was on his end.
Okay. I'm gonna send him
Yeah,
the
the link.
one more time. Yeah. Okay, I sent him it. All right, let's see if he will able to come in with that.
Ready
Okay.
for the scripture, sir?
Yeah, go ahead. Read it now.
Come on. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, and verse 10. By the which will we are sacrificed through the offering of the body of Jesus Christ once and for all.
Right. Now, what is that saying?
I say all of the sacrifice was finished when Yahweh Mashiach was sacrificed.
How was he sacrificed?
When he died on the cross.
You're right. Okay, give me a little more. What did Christ do? What did Christ have to do? Come on.
He had to give his life.
So meaning he had to do what? He had to
volunteer.
He had to sacrifice.
Come
for his brothers and sisters. You understand?
So like I said,
Come on.
I got a question. This be a precept. I have Psalms, chapter 40, verse 6 through 8. It says, it reads, "Sacrifice and offering thou didst not desire. Mine ears hast thou opened, burnt offerings and sin offerings hast thou not required. Then said I, Lo, I come. In the volume of the book it is written of me. I delighted to do thy will, O my God. Yea, thy law is within my heart." Could that be a precept for this?
Okay, that's a precept to basically explain that the sacrifices that you would have done for your sin, the Lord doesn't, you know what I mean, he'll rather you not what?
Not sin at all. So like
but what we were doing was we were what? Sinning and then doing the sacrifice. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the Psalms is David, you know what I mean, saying here that, you know what I mean, that you know what I mean, he is down for the Lord, basically. You understand? He's going to do what the Lord said to do. Remember, the Lord said what? David was a man after my own what? Heart. You understand? David served the Lord. You understand? The problem that David, or what was on David's conscience, was the fact that he had to what? Unalive plenty of his people to be in power. You understand? To make this shortest nation run right. And that's what, okay. In a righteous kingdom, if we are left to ourselves, we will fix what is wrong. We will fix it. We will see that the number one problem in the black community is what? What's the number one problem?
Lack of identity.
Okay, yes, but that's like the byproduct of it. Come on.
Christianity.
That's it.
It's a lock here.
Yeah, because of Christianity, we don't know what? Our identity.
Right.
Because of Islam, your religion is the number one problem in the black community.
Right.
You get rid of religion, we could start something. Right. Then next comes what?
So
what comes after the religion? Come on.
The government.
I'm not worrying about the white man. I'm talking about with us, to fix us.
Slakia, sir.
Come on.
Black leaders.
I'll take that, but that'll cover under your churches. So yes, your black leaders, but there's something else you're gonna have to get rid of in the Christian church, outside of the Christian church now.
Slakia, sir. Self-hate.
Yes, but that's like byproduct. What you getting byproducts of the Christian church? Come on.
Salakia. The image.
That's the Christian church. Once you get rid of Christianity, get rid of the image. You get rid of this. You know what I mean? You can start getting rid of selfishness, but there's something else that's going to be in your way.
Salaki,
Come on.
your woman.
Mm-mm.
Salakia,
Nah.
sir.
Mm-mm. Come on. I didn't say that,
Unrighteousness.
Baptist. I wasn't trying to blame you on sis. You understand? No, not the sisters and them. Yeah, I mean, we destroyed just like them too. You understand?
Salaki, sir.
Hold on. Cat one.
Unrighteousness, sir.
Well, that you're paying everything in there. Come on.
Would it be your pride, sir?
Nah, Baptist. Come on, man. You supposed to get this one.
I know.
Come on. What is affecting black people? What do brothers leave out of here for? Beside a woman. What do sisters leave out of here for?
Slocky, sir.
Come on.
I was gonna say that because they don't want to change.
No.
Salaki, drugs, sir.
Yes. Damn you! You all want brothers walking down the streets and go with a pipe in the hand?
Lies, sir.
No, you gotta get rid of that. That's one of the things we're using to do what? To self-medicate. You understand? We gotta get rid of the Christian church first. But with the drugs, you could understand. Black people know that what drugs do what? It destroys a community. But it's because the Christian church don't give you that strength. You understand? It don't change you. You understand? Now the drugs is all over the place. But that's a problem. It's a problem in the black community. Drugs. Brothers and sisters live out here not because of a precept, not because of somebody was unbrotherly to them. They live out here because they're addicts. You understand? And they can't sit in that chair for 2 minutes without getting a blunt to the mouth. You understand? Without snorting, without taking a needle. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to have to, if we were left alone, we'll take care of the problem, Mark. I think our brother was bringing it up. We had Black Wall Street coming out of slavery. When was slavery abolished? In
1863.
So about what? Less than 100 years, we were already having Black Wall Streets popping up all over the country. So you can imagine if they had really leave us alone, what would have happened? What would have happened, brother? It would have been a problem.
Big problem.
If I may, like that's one of those standpoints that white people, which I hate them so much for it, like because they believe that we were better off when we did unalive ourselves in the Bible, when we seen brothers and sisters sinning, or during the wars that David had to go through. Because this white dude was like, y'all were more in order when y'all were killing each other, but he doesn't realize that when you guys stayed out of our business and we took care of ourselves, we were better off then as well. He don't know about Black Wall Street. He just know about when Negroes had slaves, the trauma that we went while being in amongst them. He don't know about what happened with us when we were separated from them. So like I said, I just want to bring that up.
Yeah. And he's a liar. Come on.
Okay, like just Sluggy, sir, in just 2 generations, sir, we were building universities, towns, cities, and also, sir, if I may, like the scriptures say that there's going to come a time when unaliving us, they're going to think they're doing God a favor.
Yes. Like not come a time. The time is now.
Con.
These bastards think they're doing the most righteous thing on the planet, running us down, tasing us, shooting us in the back. You understand? They think they're doing God a favor. Like that brother that got choked out on the train in New York, that had a mental condition by the white boy who the vet,
the ex-Marine,
and choked the brother out and unalive him. You understand? You know how much money he got for his case and from the GoFundMe? Look at George Zimmerman. They getting money because to them, you know what? These people are right. You know who wrong? You black people. You will have no integrity, no training. You're violent. You understand? You beat your woman. You beat your kids. You understand? When they doing it 10 times over. You look, take a look at your president. That's a product of your white community. Is he anything to boast about? No. No. But they like to blame it on us and make us look like we the evil ones, as you're saying. So Akashka, read verse 11.
Come on. So this is the book of Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 11. And every priest standing daily ministering and offering ointments to the same sacrifice.
No. Offering oftentimes.
Oh, Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm. Are you good?
Offering oftentimes
Mm-hmm.
the same sacrifices,
Mm-hmm.
which can never take away sin.
You understand? So he explaining to you what Batazan was reading in Psalms, right? We offer what? Offerings at what?
Psalms 40 and 6 through 8.
That what? Couldn't do what?
Can never, which can never take away sins.
Yeah. But read on.
Come on. The book of Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 12. But this man, after he had offered one sacrifice for sin forever, sat down on the right hand of Yahweh.
So what did Christ do?
Okay, sir.
Come on.
He did one sacrifice.
Which was?
He gave his life for us.
Yes. That's the sacrifice. You want to know what the sacrifice is? Me and you now doing what Christ did for our brothers. You understand? That's the sacrifice God wants from you. You understand? Some of us had to sacrifice what? Family. We had to sacrifice what? Careers. You understand? We had to sacrifice a whole lot of for what? For our brothers, because Christ did it. They say what? The Son of Man didn't have a what? A place to what? Rest his head. You understand? Christ wasn't worried about them things. What he was worried about is making sure he made things right for his brothers. And he did it. And that's the sacrifice today. You understand? So no more what? You ain't going to be able to do what? Go commit a sin and now go get the best lamb you could get to do what? To now come and sacrifice it for your sin. Because that wasn't stopping you from what? Well, that wasn't stopping you from
Sinning.
doing. Come on.
From sinning, sir.
Yeah, from sinning.
Right.
That didn't stop us from sinning. You understand? And Christ knew it. That's why Christ came and increased it and came and showed you how to what? Fulfill the law. You understand? Right? So I think we're good on that with this, with this here. So I hope Rick understands. Right? Right? Give go to Matthew 20 and 28. This is the last one.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 20 and verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
Then came to him the mother of Zebedee's children with her sons, worshiping him and desiring.
Where you at?
Matthew 20 and 20.
No, 28.
Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 20 and verse 28.
Mm-hmm.
Even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister and to give his life a ransom for many.
You understand? And that's the sacrifice you have to do today. You giving your life for your brothers. So your Saturdays don't belong to who? You. It belong to who? The
Your
Saturdays belong to who?
So like
Uh-huh.
the Lord.
Yeah. You understand? So now all it is, you know what I mean, Saturday especially, but all your days now belong to the Lord. You are
That's-
priest and prophet of the Lord. Your days belong to him. You understand? Likewise, your woman. And how is your woman going to do that? How does she sacrifice?
Shalaki.
Come on.
The same way. She gives
What do you say?
she gives her life to the Lord
How?
by cooking for the brothers.
Uh-huh.
You know, buying stuff for the school, sweeping the floors, cleaning the bathrooms, you know, just putting in her brick wherever she can.
That's it. That's the sacrifice now. We don't expect sisters to what? To go on the street and speak and hold camp with us.
Right.
They're not there. They can't do that. Now they do what? Now they help their husbands. They help the priests of the Lord. That's the sacrifice they make. You understand? All right? I think we're good on that now. All right. Question. I think somebody had a question. I think I'll start with Yasakan, then I'm gonna come to what's your brother? Maga War. All right. Yasaka, what's the question again? I saw it somewhere here. If it's your Yasaka question, just let me know. Let's go with Maga War. Get 1 Samuel 1 and 11. Mm-hmm. Okay, I see thing on Yasaka, I see yours. Wait, get yours after.
Come. This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 1, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
And she vowed a vow and said, O Lord of hosts, if thou wilt indeed look on my affliction of thine handmaids, and remember me, and not forget thine handmaid, but will give unto thine handmaid a man child, then I will give him unto the Lord all the days of his life.
All right. So this was who? Who we talking about here?
It's like this is like Samson.
Samson or
Because it say, and there shall no razor come upon his head.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure.
Come on.
No, I was gonna say it was his mother was making a vow with the Most High. Shalaki.
Mm-hmm. So skip down to verse 20.
Salakia, sir.
Come.
I think this is Samuel.
That's it.
You see
This
what
is
It's Samuel,
So-
not Samson.
mm-hmm. Right. So it was a vow. It was basically a Nazarite vow, basically. Right. But it was a vow unto the Lord. You understand? For Samuel. Why? Because his mother was what? She was what?
Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
She was barren.
Yeah. Right? And she was making, you know what I mean, basically a vow to the Lord. If she was able to have a son, his work will be for who?
Lord.
For the Lord. And that's all Samuel did. Samuel served the Lord. You understand? If that's a question, Michael. So he served the Lord. No, when they say anything, does that mean he won't be able to do any work outside of the work of the priest? Okay, don't think so much like, okay, it's like, okay, think like today, right? Today, We what? We're priests of the Lord, right? What's our job today? What's your job?
Sir,
Come on.
I work at Goodyear, but my
Mm.
job,
Mhm.
is doing the work of the Lord. So like,
Yes. What do we call working a good year?
a slave.
Yes, that's your slave.
Come
But your
on.
job is this.
That's
So
right.
meaning what? This comes first. You understand? You don't plan good year around. I shouldn't say you don't plan what you call it, the your job around your slavery. You
Right.
understand?
Oh,
Don't
God.
do that. You understand? You going for your slavery. You are trying to do what? You're trying to get certain days off.
Right.
You're trying. That's your. You know what I mean, that's what you're trying to do.
Right.
You understand? Why? Because you know this is the day your brothers go to war on
Right.
them streets. You understand? You're trying to make sure that whatever you do, this is not going to affect or diminish your work in the truth. You understand? Because this is your job. Well, think Samuel just like that. His whole work was for the priest to be a priest of the Lord, to serve the Lord. Now, could he have done something outside of that? Yes, but this was his job.
So
You
like,
understand? He served the Lord. Come on.
would it be safe to say that he had less obstacles and more time to serve the Lord? Meaning, I have a job and Samuel has a job, but I also
Mhm.
got women and kids and all this to deal with as well. Samuel just has the job and the truth. Would it be safe to say that this brother, his main focus was the Most High over everything, as well as mine, but he has more room to do it in? If that makes sense.
Okay. Okay. I wouldn't say okay because then what you're doing is basically making an excuse for yourself not to work as hard as Samuel.
Okay,
You
come on,
understand?
come on.
Now, there's a man who don't have responsibility like a wife or a child. Does he have more time to
Come
put
on.
in? Yes, more than likely would have more time to put in.
Oh,
You
God. So like
understand?
that's what I was trying to get at, sir. So he
Yeah.
would just have more time to put into his work than she's making sure that he's devoting most of his life and time to serving the Lord as
Think all.
all of
Does
his
it?
life and time
Yes,
to serving the Lord rather than serving a family, if that makes
yes,
sense.
all,
Okay, come
everything. Yes, he's like this. Remember, read verse 11 one more time.
Kind of went to sleep. This is the book
Mhm,
of Samuel, chapter 1 and verse 11.
mhm.
And she vowed a vow and said, O Lord of hosts, if thou wilt indeed look on the affliction of thine handmaid, and remember me, and not forget thine handmaid, but will give unto thine handmaid a man child, then I will give unto the Lord all the days. Slakia. Then I will give him unto the Lord all the days of his life, and there shall no razor come upon his head.
Yeah, right. So this is him. Yes. So of course, as Magawa reminds me, Samuel did have children, but his job nonetheless was what? Being a what? A priest of the Lord. He served the Lord. So now, could he have done something outside of it? Yes, he could have. You understand? But his dedication was to this, you know what I mean, doing the work of the Lord. Remember, he was a prophet. Remember, he was the one, Samuel was the one who went to what's his name? To Saul and asked him, what have you done? Remember when Saul brought Agar back to the camp?
Oh God.
And Samuel went in there and did what with him? Hewn him to pieces out. You understand? He put that work in. You understand? On the heathen. You understand? But here, his work is going to be to the Lord. And the reason why she's saying that is, why I think she's saying that. Why I think she's saying this?
It's like, is it why she's making a vow?
So,
Yeah, why she's saying his work. Give me that part there with pertaining to the work.
And does she say, well, and then I will give him unto the Lord all the days of his life,
Mm-hmm.
and there shall
Yes.
no rules to come upon his head.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Why is she saying that? Why she has to say that?
Salaki,
Uh-huh.
because she's barren.
Yes, but okay.
But Salaki, that's her bargaining chip.
Okay, yes, you're right. But it's a reason why. Meaning, okay, maybe I'm not with it right here. What's his name? Akashka. Read
Cancer.
verse 1. Read verse 1.
Verse 1.
Mhm.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 1 and verse 1. Now there was a certain man of Ratazarium, of Ephraimite,
Mm-hmm.
and the name was Elkanah, the son of Joram, the son of Elihu, the son of Tahu, the son of Zephyr, the Ephraimite.
Right. No. No. You know what? Let me make sure hold on. No, let's stick with me with verse 11. All right. Verse 11. Let's stick in verse 11. All right.
So like I said,
Meaning
the second verse does say that Hannah was barren, which had no child, no children.
Yes. That we know.
Come.
You understand?
Come.
Right. But this here, just make it simple. She is making a vow to the Lord because she was barren. And she was trying to have a child. And she made a vow saying if she had a son, she was going to dedicate him to doing the work of the Lord. You understand? And that was that.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
A question on the Nazarite oath. So the Nazarite oath is basically a petition to the Lord that you gonna raise your son to be this way, but your son can ultimately end up not being this way. So does the Nazarite oath have to be not cutting your hair and also not having women, or can it be either or does it have to be both?
Okay. It could be either or, right?
Okay, come on.
Okay, let me look it up in the Zondervan. Let's be sure.
Come on. Because I know
But you go ahead.
Because I believe Samuel had children. So, but I
Yes.
know her oath to the Most High in verse 11 was that he wouldn't cut his hair.
Yes.
That's why I was just like,
yeah. All right. Let's get let's get what's it asked for?
The Nazarite oath, sir.
Mm-hmm. Who getting it for me? Zondervan.
Officer DeRoche looking right now, sir.
All right. All right. And remember, Samson parents did what? Made an oath. But did he hold on to it for his whole life? No. You understand?
Salaki, sir, I got it.
Uh-huh.
All right, this is a Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary for Nazarite. It says dedicated or consecrated, an Israelite who consecrated himself or herself and took a vow of separation and self-imposed abstinence for the purpose of some special service.
Right. I know, and I'll be clear on it. Right. The verse that what's his name? Akashka there. Read verse 11 one more time.
Come on, sir. This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 1 and verse 11. And she vowed a vow and said, O Lord of hosts, if thou wilt indeed look on my affliction of thine handmaid, and remember me, and not forget thine handmaid, but will give unto thine handmaid a man child, then will I give him unto the Lord all the days of his life, and
Right.
there shall no razor come upon his head.
All right, so that's one. You understand? As you was asking Balthazar one. Right? He had what? No razor upon his head, and
Right.
this was lifelong. Samson, I believe, was for a time.
Kind of what kind, sir?
All right.
And
Samson was for a time. Come on.
So like I said, that's what I was trying to get at. So it's basically it's an abstinence deal between you and the Most High, whether it be cutting your hair or whether it be not having a woman or whether it be both, but it's just a particular specific deal between you and the Lord, however you make it. But for your
yes,
parents, how your parents make it for your son to abstain from something.
Yes, in front of the priest of the Lord.
Count, sir. The water,
you understand?
Count.
All right.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
I just want to add on to that. In the Zondervan, that is say, the period of time for the vow was anywhere from 30 days to a lifetime.
Yeah. Samuel was a lifetime. You understand? And Samuel was one of them prophets that, you're reading about him right now. He was, he was bad. You understand? And not bad in the bad sense, but, he was on point. You understand? He served the Lord all the days, right? Remember who made it into the promised land? It was Joshua or Samuel?
It was Joshua, sir.
It was Joshua. Again, mix up. All right, no sir. All right. I hope that was it. My goal. Okay. Let's get to, hold on. Jerry, I'll come into you. Young man. Let's go to Matthew 11 and 27. Matthew 11 and 27.
Come on. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verse 27. All things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man knoweth the Son but the Father, neither knoweth any man the Father save the Son, and he to whomsoever the Son will reveal him.
So, okay. Guess what I break down? Read skip up to verse 25.
Come on. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 25. At this time, Jesus answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent.
What is Jesus Christ talking about? What is he talking about?
Slakia, sir.
Come on.
He's talking about the truth.
Yes, the mysteries. You understand? These parables. He hid it from who?
The wise and prudent.
Who's the prudent? Prudent. What's to be prudent? Who's a prudent person?
Slakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody like who's a good planner, somebody that makes policy.
Right. Look it up. You more like correct, but I want them to hear
So
the
like
definition. Come on.
prudent is it's somebody that's really scared to risk anything. Like
Give me to the dictionary. Read it for me.
prudent. The word prudent is an adjective that means acting with care, good judgment, and forethought to avoid risk. A prudent choice is sensible, wise, and safe because it considers future consequences. So, like a overly cautious person, so like
Right.
say, who think they know it all. They think that their way of
Now
going
again.
is best. So like I say,
So it's like saying he think he's what? He wise. He know better.
right? Come.
Right? So he covering it. Wise and what? Prudent. Read on.
Come on. This is the book of Matthew chapter 11, verse 25 at the end. And has revealed them unto babes.
And who's the babes? Who's babes?
Slakia, sir. Those who are born again.
Okay.
So like I say,
Come on.
Children.
Basically,
the young in the truth. You know what I mean? Like it.
Yes, like you know what I mean. Remember, he is. This is what I think. This is what you call a contrast. Like he's saying what he hid it from the wise and prudent, but then he give it to what babes, meaning he's letting you know he give it to what people. Come on,
niggas in the hood. He kept it from niggas in Harvard and gave it to niggas, downtown Fayetteville. So like it.
Right. So people who are not what wise.
Right. Okay.
You understand? So he showed us it. You understand? Right? He's making a comparison. He said, thank you, Father, for hiding it from who? From you politicians, from you preachers who think you know it all. You understand? But give it to the brothers, as you're saying, the brothers in the hood. You understand? These poor brothers, you know what I mean, and sisters. He gave it to them. You understand? That's why Christ said what? The meek shall what? Inherit the earth. You understand? Right? Read on.
Come. This is the book of Matthew chapter 11 and verse 26. Even so, Father, for so it seems good in thy sight.
So he's saying it seems what? Good in thy sight. What seems good in thy sight?
Salaki.
Come on.
To keep it from the wise.
Yes.
Give it to the prudent. Salaki.
And the prudent. To keep it from the wise and the prudent.
Salaki. Wise and prudent. And give it to babe. Salaki, sir.
Yes. Read on.
Come. The book of Matthew chapter 11 verse 27. All things are delivered unto me of my Father. And no man knoweth the Son but the Father. Neither knoweth any man the Father save the Son. And he that whosoever the Son will reveal him.
What is Christ saying?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
That you don't just get this because you're the babe. It's whoever the Lord reveals it to. So that means like every unknowledgeable Negro in the hood won't be able to understand these scriptures, but who the Lord wills it to be understood. So like how in my family, I understand that Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are Israelites, but my family don't agree with me at all. They don't understand the scriptures at all. So like
I'll take that. It's more so your doctors and lawyers.
Okay.
Your doctors and lawyers, they think they know more than you. They went to school, got the degree. You know what I mean? Studied hard.
Right.
But you, what degree you have? Because that's the first thing they try to ask you. Once you start to cut them in the Bible, what school you went to? That's Esau on the whole right there for you. You want to know why? What you know what I mean? Why it is, you know what I mean, you're not all over the, you know what I mean, Fox and CNN? You ain't wise to them.
Right.
To them, you're just making, you know what I mean, noise. Why would I even give you a hair? What school you went to? Who you learn under? Did you study Socrates? Did you study Sigmund Freud? Did you study these people? Did you read any of these books? And you like, no, that don't make no sense. Yeah, because we had the Bible. Or they're not understanding. Well,
Like I
it's a
said,
little more to them not understanding. Go ahead.
they categorize us as like street level information. That's what I
Yes.
heard somebody say that before.
Salagi, sir.
Come on.
I believe they refer to it as pseudo intellectualism.
Yeah. Tell them what I mean now. You're trying to trip me up.
Salagi, sir.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
If I could, Baruch, this also, if get me right on it, Baruch, this also goes into like them more or less rejecting Yahweh Shai. And then, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like, the Most High is saying, I didn't get the things that I have didn't come from man. So you things that I have came from the Most High. So you looking, the world may look at us like you said, the same way, like my brother said. Like, what would be the point of me listening to you? You, like you said, you don't have no degrees, you don't got no PhDs, none of that. But the things that we understand about these scriptures are revealed to us by us humbling ourselves and follow the things that Christ laid out. They didn't come from man.
You're right. Yeah,
from the school of
right.
thought.
Yeah, you're right there on it. But the reason why we sitting down in these classes is because of what?
It comes from man. To be
No?
taught.
The reason why we sitting in these classes. Why are you sitting in these classes?
Because we follow in Christ.
But why?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
It's a mercy from the Lord.
That's it.
Come on.
That's what Christ is trying to tell him. He didn't give it to who? The wise and the prudent are. He didn't do it. Remember, he held it from them. Christ is saying, read that part over one more time. That verse 25.
Sir. The book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verse 25. And at this time, Jesus answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent.
You understand
and
what he's
hast
saying?
revealed them.
He's saying what? He hid it. But guess what? Where are we reading all of this?
Salakia, sir, in the Bible.
See, you don't think the doctor and them reading the Bible to the lawyers and them reading the Bible too?
Kind of one con, sir.
But he hid it from them. Meaning what? He
They didn't understand it.
Yeah, he ain't opening the eyes. That's why Christ has said what? Some of them, he didn't want them to do what? So the eyes, give me to hold where you're at. Give me to, I think it's in Matthew 13 and 7 or 7 and 13. Cadron, get Matthew 7 and 13. Stay where you're at, right there, Akashka.
Khan. This is the book of Matthew chapter 7 and verse 30. Enter ye into the straight gate.
Read on. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. Let me see. Not this one. 3. No, not this one. I'm looking for where Christ was saying. Hold on. Let me see. Let me check it. Let me do the reverse. It's the reverse. Go to Matthew 13 and start at 10.
Can. This is the book of Matthew chapter 13 and verse 10.
Mhm.
And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables?
Mhm.
Verse 11. He answered and said unto them, Because it is given to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them
Right?
it is not given.
So Christ, even when he was walking this earth, you understand, amongst with us, he didn't want some of them to do what? To get it. So he was talking what? Parables.
Can.
And then you're reading in Matthew, what verse in Akashka?
Matthew 11, chapter 11 and verse 25.
So in Matthew 11 and 25, now he is what? Praying and thanking the Father from keeping it from the what? The wise and prudent, and giving it to the babes. Remember, what did Christ say? Christ told the disciples, is it the disciples? Who did he tell you have to come unto me like little children? You remember?
Come.
Hold on. I'll find it fast here. Read K1, go to Matthew 18 and 3. Where we at? Matthew 18 and 3. You still right there, Akashka.
Come, sir.
Can. This is the book of Matthew chapter 18 and verse 3.
Mhm.
And said, Verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children,
Mhm.
ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven.
That's the babes.
Can.
You understand? That's the babes. And he's saying you give it unto what? The babes. You understand? What do children know to do? What do children know to do? Come on.
They only know how to drink milk.
Well, yeah, but you got to give them a little more.
And they learn quickly.
They learn quickly, but there's another attribute to children that is, you know,
like
you
you said,
need. Come on.
I don't know if this is the word you're looking for, but they're impressionable. Like they soak up things and learn and regurgitate whatever they're taught.
Okay, but there's something that's very important. Come on.
So like
Obey.
they're honest.
No. What Cad once saying.
Obey.
They what?
Obey.
Obey.
Can.
Kids know how to what?
Okay.
Follow. All they know to do is follow. You tell a child, I'm not going to cook for you no more. This. That child is going to know what? I'm going to what? Starve. Because you can't cook for me, you can't do this. I am going to suffer. I need you. You understand? A child will do what? You will correct a child right now. That child will do what? Cry. But guess what that child is going to do? What is child going to do once them tears dry up?
Do what they're told.
Yeah.
They'll
come back and play with you, jump. You do a grown person that you make a woman cry, a man cry. It's that could be a deal breaker. Not with children. That's it, cool. Yeah, that's it, Margot. Everything you're saying, correct. Like a child is willing to take, be corrected. That's why he say what? You understand? Right? No, continue reading Akashka.
Come,
What where
come.
we at right now?
Come. The book of
Question.
Matthew,
Mm-hmm.
chapter 11, verse 25 in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes.
Read on.
Even so, Father, for so it seems good in thy sight.
Right. For so it seemed what good in your sight, because Christ ain't stopping them, is the Lord stopping them from what? Seeing it, from understanding it. And he know that what? This seems good in what? The Lord's sight. You understand? That the rich of us don't understand. That that the people who think they're think tanks, they don't understand. Read on.
Come. Book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 27. All things are delivered unto me of my Father.
Right. All things. Meaning nothing comes to him. You understand? Except from who? The Most High power. Everything. Christ was working for who? What's Christ working for? Who did Christ dedicate his life to?
The Most High, sir.
Yeah, the Most High. You understand? Read on.
Come. All things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man knoweth the Son but the Father.
Right. Like we wouldn't know Christ if it wasn't for who? We wouldn't know Christ just like your aunts and uncle who read the Bible just like you, go to church every Sunday. We wouldn't know this Bible except it be for who?
It's like it's for the Father.
For the Father, the Most High in power. Read on.
Come. Neither knoweth any man the Father save the Son.
Right. Just who? Who know the Father?
The Son, sir.
Who is? Christ.
Yahushua.
Yeah. Read on.
And he to whomsoever the Son will reveal him.
And he what?
And he to whomsoever the Son will reveal him.
That's right. When we say our prayers, who do we say it in the name of? Uh-huh.
The Son.
Who is? Christ. Yahweh Shai.
Okay.
You understand? It's saying in the by Hashem Yahweh Shai, in the name of Christ, Jesus Christ. You understand? Like remember, get this from me. Where it said no man could go to the Father except through me. I know I'm messing up the precept. Give me John 14 and 6.
Sorry, sir.
Uh-huh.
Had a precept, sir.
Go ahead.
It's the book of John, chapter 14, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life.
This is what he is saying in Matthew 11, 20, what was it saying? 27? Right?
Come. Matthew 11 and 27.
Right, that last part. Read that last part right there after the comma. That last part in 27.
Come. And he to whomsoever the Son will reveal him.
You understand? To whom the Son will reveal who? Who's the him?
See, like I said, the Father.
Yeah. Now read John 14 and 6.
Have a concert. This is the book of John, chapter 14, verse 6. Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
You can't go to the Father but by who? Except through who?
Christ, sir.
That's why it's stupid to think you can have different Israelite groups.
Right.
You cannot. So you telling me after Christ, there were more doors that could open to get to the Most High?
Right.
There's only one door. You understand? One. Not many doors to get to the Most High power. You understand? You ever hear people say, we all serve in one God? No, we're not all serving one God. If you're in Christianity, you're serving another God. If you're in Islam, you're serving another God.
Right.
We're not serving the same God. We're not. Right? Read on.
Can. Me, sir?
You're finished with who read John 14 and 6?
Okay, sir. I was finished.
Okay. Read John 10 and 9.
10 and 9, sir.
Mm-hmm.
The book of John, chapter 10, and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved.
There's what?
If any man enter in, he shall be saved.
How many doors does it have?
It's like, sir, one.
Yeah. One west. That's the one door you get into.
Right.
You understand? That's the one door. What you doing, you going into some other fake group thinking you're serving God. You're not serving God. You're not. Just like, you know what I mean? Just like, you know what I mean? Everybody could see, right? Everybody could have seen in the red and white. I forget the name of that Christian group where Tazadaki was calling himself the Holy Spirit. They were serving him.
Right.
You understand? Outside of here, if you're in some group, you're not serving God. Who are you serving?
Salaki.
Come on.
Yourself.
Yourself?
Satan.
You sure it's this
Mammon.
serving that evil man that is over here. You're not
Kind of
serving God. You understand? That's why you're just like him. You are the reflection of your leader. You're just like him. You understand? You're not in here. You understand?
So like you said,
Come on.
could it be safe to say, like just in speaking with, say, like a civilian that knows about the Israelite groups and they bring up IUIC, could it be safe to say that you don't blame those brothers that's in the camp, you blame their leader for leading them in the direction that he's going, the same way the Christian churches? But I know that a lot of the IUIC members do know about Nathaniel's actions. But would it be safe to say because their head is wicked, they are wicked, so you don't necessarily blame the man under him, you blame the head? Could you say that?
Okay, you can't say that. Nobody's been forced. Anybody forcing you to follow Christ?
Lie, sir.
It's like, sir.
Forcing you to follow Commander Junior Hannah?
Lie, sir.
Nobody forcing you.
Come on, sir. So
all right, give me 1 Timothy 2 and 5. Go ahead. Batizon.
So we wouldn't say, we wouldn't find no pity with a man that just found that truth in that school. We would blame him as well.
Okay, you're talking about the brother who just went in?
Yeah, come on. So say we got newcomers at Goodyear. They're looking for a school. The first school that they seen was IUIC. So I'm teaching them opposing things as to what they're hearing in IUIC. And so I'm proving it to them in the Bible. And they're like, damn, brother. They was like, man, I got to go ask. I said, man, yeah, just go ask the questions, man. They was like, so what's the beef? I said the beef is no specific beef. I said, it's just beef with Christianity in general. I said that group just so happens to fall into a Christianity doctrine. and then they tried to. He was like, well, you know, a lot of brothers don't know what you're saying, and I was like, no, I get that, and I was like, I don't find too much fault with those brothers. I find fault with leadership more than them, because their children just trying to find the truth, and they just so happen to fall to that net.
So after I talked to him, he was in class.
Sir, they ain't been in class, and there was another group. They ain't been in class yet.
Sir.
Come on, Type of one.
It's like, so along with that, so because so a lot of people, you know, we know, you know, brothers in here, we know, because we've been doing this not a long time, but for our time, we've been taught in these classes and the difference and everything. But there are people out there who look at Israelites the same way you might look at, like, say, black Muslims. You know, like when you think of black Muslims, you just think of the Nation of Islam. That's it. There's no, there are other types, but the one you mainly think of is the Nation of Islam. And so they like have a monopoly on the idea. Now, there was a time when there was just ISUPK. We know that. But for someone who doesn't know that, and they find out that they're an Israelite through some other group, they find out that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are Israelites through some other group. They find out they can't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster through some other group. And now we tell them, you know, yeah, that other group is a bunch of Christians. It makes their brain like melt. Like, what? Like, I mean, wait, so you mean to tell me that these people that told me I can't eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, I can't do whatever, I can't smoke weed, we know some of them do, but let's just say a group who's more like us in terms of what they teach, their doctrine, right?
No group is like us.
So
that's why I made I clarify by saying in doctrine, or in some of their doctrine, because no group is like us at all. But I'm just saying, someone who don't know no better, they don't know the history, they don't know who the seven heads are, they don't know about the split. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how do we, like, what's the way to kind of, because then it probably won't be instant. Even if we say, yeah, that's a fake group, you need to be in ICPK. The first time that's not going to work. They're going to be like, okay, like, this is new to me. I don't even know what you're talking about. Salakia.
Salakia, sir, if I may.
Hold on.
So, you know, the way, like, what he's saying is kind of heavy, because the way I look at him, and I can reconcile all of this, I look at all of the people outside, all of our people outside of the truth. I look at them as victims. That's how I look. And, you know, they're the lost sheep, you know, and they're the victims of all of these lies. And the reason why we're not the victims is because we're in the truth. It's as simple as that. To me, they're victims to all of them. You know, that's how I look at it.
So, like I said,
go ahead.
I believe I might have just answered my question with what the other brother said, but correct me if I'm wrong. So, would it be safe to, like, say, so now, so they didn't know the truth, but now that they have spoken to somebody in the ISUBK, they realize what he's saying is the truth now. They're saying, why aren't they teaching this in my camp? Now, is it safe to say that now when you go back into your vomit, back into living how you were living, back into thinking how you were thinking, is it safe to say that now you're to blame as well? Or is that like a period, like, because they're still children. So it took me a year and a half to get all the way right. You know, I knew the truth, but it was a period. Same thing with somebody smoking crack. They smoke crack, they know the truth is what it is. But then when they just neglect what you say, now they're to blame. But if they're fighting the good fight, quote unquote, if they're fighting to become, I guess, more one West, more like the scriptures tell us to be, more they can have multiple wives, you know, certain things like that. If they're fighting towards it, now they're to blame. So, like the brothers, and my example, the brothers that came to me with one wife scriptures, they came to me with Paul saying that you can eat unclean foods. That was the Wi-Fi group, and so I had sat down. It was probably like a 3-day just little seminar here and there on my breaks, and they all understood what I was saying. So now, is it safe to say that now they understand what I'm saying? Now, if they still continue in the way that they like, now it's on them. But right now, I will blame their leaders. As far as me first speaking to them, I blame your leaders, because I told them, I said, I don't blame you. I blame your leader for how you going through. You know what I mean? That's not it. Same thing with the Christian the Christianity in the black community. I don't blame black people for being on drugs and heroin, even though that's a condition that they was born into. I blame the Christian pastors because they breed being soft, being loving everything that's trying to kill us. So that's kind of how I was going at it with these fake Israelites.
Okay, now what you're saying, you know, I mean, I understand everything you're saying too, right? You gotta understand this, all right? Now, with the Bible, right? Right? When we first heard the truth, right? The first thing you had to make up in your mind, you had to do what? You had to come and accept to do what? Sit down in class. Some of us didn't do it. Some of us sat down and watched online, smoking. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? I mean, that's you fighting. Then there's another man who hear the truth. You're trying to teach them the truth. They hear it, but they still want to go back to that thing. You understand? Now, does the Bible say the leader of my people, the leaders of my people cause them to err?
Kind of one kind.
Yes. The leaders, they're going to have to take what? The majority of the blame. Go to John 14 and 12, I believe. Go to John 14 and 12. But someone read that. John 14 and 12.
Kind of a con, sir. John chapter 14, verse 12.
No, this is not the one. This is not the one I want, right? Hold on. I'm looking for the one where it say, to he that much is given, much shall be expected. You know what I'm talking about?
Come on, concert.
I'll find it fast for you.
So like I said, you could try Luke 12 and 48.
Read it.
Luke chapter 12, verse 48. So like it. Luke chapter 12, verse 48. But he that knew not and did not commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes.
With what?
He that knew not, but did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes.
No stripes.
Few stripes.
You understand? Read on.
Can I is this saying just because I don't know that smoking is wrong, just because I don't know that whoring on a woman, just because she don't know that whoring on her husband is wrong, it doesn't mean she's not going to get punished. She's still going to get punished, but not as much as if she knew.
That's it. Read on.
Count, sir. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required.
Yes.
And to whom men have committed much, in him they ask the more. They will ask
Understand?
the more. Concert.
Like the Lord, he's a just God. That's why he tell you what, your leaders, because they cause the people to err, he is coming to deal with them. Perfect example is Eddie Long. Did Eddie Long abuse those young men? Yes. Did the Lord deal with Eddie Long? Yes. Where's the boys right now? The boys and them have a chance to do what? What we call what?
Repent.
Yes, they have a period of what? Grace right now.
That's right.
A grace right now. Eddie Long, grace is up. It's done. You understand? Much was required of him because he was a leader in that church to what, 25,000 people?
Right.
You understand?
Count.
Oh, the Lord coming to see you. What about Martin Luther King? You understand?
Man, so
Like his followers, come on.
No, I think what you're saying so heavy, and correct me if I'm wrong, but just like Eddie Long and how he touched those children, so those children have one or two ways to go. They can continue
Yes.
down the path that they were taught by Eddie Long, same way with Martin Luther King, the Christians. We can continue down the path that we were taught by the civil, what do you call it?
Civil rights?
Civil rights movement, or we can go the way of the Lord. Nevertheless, if we sin against God, we get punished either way. It just depends on if you know better or not.
Yes.
Lucky, sir.
That's it.
The water, sir.
Lucky,
Right?
sir, if I may, sir.
1 minute, and go to John 3:19. Go ahead, Yanisa. Back to someone. Get John 3:19.
Lucky, sir. I was just wondering, like, because I've never seen a Leviticus person like repent, like, you know, like, what is it about that that I've never seen one repent? Like, I've seen some, you know, repent for small periods of time, but then they always go back to it. So I just need a better understanding why why is it so hard for them to repent?
Hard for who? Give me an example.
Okay, so I'm talking about like Leviticus or gay people, right? Like they never repent, man. Like,
okay, you making a statement like that because nobody came out and tell you anything. You can't make a broad statement like that. And the reason why I tell you can't make a broad statement like that, how many brothers you know will just come up to you and say, "Yo, my woman used to beat me."
Right.
I didn't hear
You
you.
understand? How many brothers will come up to you and say, "My wife used to beat me"?
Salaki, not a lot, sir.
Not a lot. If not, nobody will. No brother, knowing the spirit that coming off of you, ain't coming up just so and being like, "Well, you know what? Yeah, brothers, my wife used to beat me." Yeah, you're gonna be like, "Yo," you know what I mean? You might watch him a type of way, and he knows that. You understand what I'm saying? Remember, you know what I mean? Okay, he didn't tell you he hid it from brothers and sisters who gay. He tell you hide it from who? The wise and the prudent.
That's right.
You understand?
One
So you can't to make that statement, you're gonna have to know everybody lifestyle before they come into the truth.
Right.
You understand?
Understood, sir.
But I wouldn't worry about that. What I worry about is who's sitting down next to me.
Right.
These are man who I go die for.
Right.
These are man who, you know what I mean, go put my life on the line for. This is a brother who I'll give up my jacket to. This is a brother who I'll share my food, whatever he need. I'll take care of him. Come on.
So like I said, now I was gonna bring up because I think this is a heavy point because we've had examples where brothers did have certain demons, and you never knew that they had those certain demons until they came into the school, and then it just so happens you saw them losing that fight against that same demon that they didn't let go of in the world. So I don't want to put no names, but that was a heavy statement that Officer Yanazar said. So like you, sir.
Yeah, ain't nobody would want to come in and tell you they used to smoke crack and they used to, do stuff for crack. Because as Kowal is saying, right, it's very it's emasculating and embarrassing. You understand? That's why you say if you're battling with anything, you call for what? You call for what?
Salaki, counsel.
You call for counsel.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Call for counsel. You're going to get counsel. You understand? Now, can I say I've seen a flaming, you know what I mean? Where's the flaming homosexual? What is the one back in the day? Had his own show. Joel.
RuPaul.
No, RuPaul. Have I seen a RuPaul comment? No. Manager, and I may not allow that. RuPaul might have to, take class online, and Lord be with him. You understand what I'm saying? But you understand what I'm saying?
Sir.
Come on.
Just if I could, so just to get clarification on the topic we was on, Officer Batazarwan, you know what I'm saying, really went into with the brothers that he was speaking to. So just to clarify, so if you got somebody that's, they found out they're an Israelite from a fake Israelite group, they went through this whole process, within some other group. They've never even heard the term fake Israelite group. You know what I'm saying? They just, you know what I mean? They just are learning Israelite. These are the people that taught them. And I guess in their mind, they're being loyal, you know what I'm saying, to the school that taught them who they are.
Yeah.
So would we then say, as for going back to that question of who's at fault, even if this brother never, even if I, Batazar, we speak to the brother and say, yo, the home of the truth is ISUPK, and he never can fully wrap his mind around it. It's like, okay, I don't know that world. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of groups I knew about. I could have ended up in ISUPK. I could have ended up in this one. It just so happened I met these brothers, so I don't see the reason to go against them. I don't eat pork and so on and so forth. But is it a situation where, like I guess you were saying, they just have to accept that, listen, when it's all said and done, you're gonna have to pay for it. Maybe not the same as your leader, but the Lord is not going to care about the fact that you didn't know.
That's it. It's just like the Lord don't care about the fact that you've been molested. Lord don't care about the fact that, you've been abused by your husband. He doesn't, care about that. You understand? And I don't make it sound like it's not something hurtful. It's not painful. It's painful, but he can't accept that excuse. So now, guess what? I'm gonna go open my legs to every man. That's what you're telling the Lord to accept. No, the Lord is not gonna accept that. The Lord will accept the fact that you accept you are wrong.
Right.
He's right. You understand? He would accept it like how Job accepted that day. He was what? He was nothing. You understand? Job hated himself. You understand? Then he understand that it's up to the Lord. You understand? Now, remember the scripture I had, I want to read, right? If you don't know that smoking is not right, right? And the Lord is still going to punish you for smoking. He may not give you cancer, but he's going to punish you somehow. You're going to know that smoking is what? I should stop smoking. Because guess what? I had to go bury my friend 2 days ago over this. You understand what I'm saying? Who knows how the Lord could do it?
Still like it, sir.
Go ahead.
No, finish what you're saying, because I do have kind of two questions still on this.
But the day you find out, the day you stand up outside a camp and a brother say, eating pork is wrong, give me Leviticus such and such. Oh, you held accountable when you go put that pork in your mouth. You understand? You're going to be held accountable when you put that pork in your mouth. That pork knuckles, that pig knuckles, that pig nose, that snout. When you put that snout in your mouth, you held accountable for it. You understand? Give me John 3:19, Batazar 1. Hold on, Batazar 1. Taba 1. Salaki.
I got you, sir.
No,
I'm back. I got it.
Okay, Taba 1, I was going to say something.
No, I thought you wanted me to read it, sir.
I got it, sir.
Come on. Go ahead,
John chapter 3, verse 19.
Mhm.
And this is the commandment. The light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather
And men
than
what?
light.
Men what?
Men love darkness rather than light.
This is what you're going to have to understand and accept about your people.
That's right.
We are stiff-necked people. Remember, we the people that saw the what is the Red Sea parted, the Jordan parted. We saw all of that ark. Remember, we had the Ark of the Covenant.
Right.
We had all of that ark. We saw all of that.
Come.
And we decided to do what?
Disobey the Lord.
Yeah. You understand?
Come.
Like a brother hearing the truth for the first time, ain't no sweat. You take it, you know what I mean? Take it bit by bit. But don't think the Lord going to be like, you know what? He ain't get it right now. Go ahead and pop a few pills. You know what I mean? Go ahead and get high.
Right.
You know what I mean? You have some dollars, go in the strip club.
Right.
No. You think the Lord gonna be like, after baptism, I want to drop the truth on you? Gonna be like, well, yeah, baptism, I want maybe and break it all the way down to. You think the Lord saying that?
Right. Come.
No. The brother in his head or the sister in her head is looking for what? Read baptism 1.
Khan. And men love darkness rather than light.
That brother, that sister love what?
Darkness rather than light.
It's as simple as that. As simple as that. Because they could read the Bible too, right? They're reading it. Right. They're accepting the fact that, oh, what you say is in the Bible. What that purple, you know what I mean, sodomite is saying, it's not what's in the Bible. But I'm going to follow him. Because you want to follow what? Darkness. You're out of darkness.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
That's my last question on it. Or kind of just get some understanding on, as priests, how the best way to approach this particular, I hate even to use the word a challenge because nothing is a challenge to us, but this particular dilemma. So like, okay, so now, like you just said, you said when someone hears the truth for the first time, and then you brought the scripture where it says them saying they paraphrasing they love darkness, right? Well, now imagine some brother just came from his fake Wi-Fi camp, and he spent all day at what he believes is camp, and he taught other black people it's a sin to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. He taught them you got to keep the commandments. He said you got to keep the Sabbath and you got to do all these things, right? And now he comes in front of myself and Officer Batazarwan, and we pull what you just pulled and say, no, brother, you love darkness. In his mind, it's like, what are you talking about? Like you
wouldn't go there, tab one. Right. I'm showing you I'm trying to show you the background to it. It's you know what it's like? It's like John the Baptist. Right? No, John the Baptist, he saw Christ and knew what? Off the break.
He knew he was the Christ. He knew it.
And he said, I can't tie your lace.
Right.
I can't wear your shoes.
Right.
You understand?
Salaki,
go ahead on, Batazon. I'll come back to
you.
I just want to add this, like this scripture, I never read this scripture in my life, but this would be a scripture that I would bring out after I broke the truth down to him. Like after I told him don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, he understood what I was saying. Now I will bring him here. I'll bring him here.
Okay, I wouldn't bring him here. I'll try to get him in class. I'm showing you all one of the reasons why they choose not to come and sit down after they tell them the truth. But your job is like you know, I mean, the job Commander Journey teaches us to do is to go there and do what?
Fish.
Fish.
Okay.
You understand? Now, just say you're fishing, right? When you're fishing, what you need for your
Bait.
to fish? Bait. So when you throw the bait in the water, right? And you leave it in the water, do you dive in, leave your rod, your fishing rod on the boat? Dive in, strong arm a fish, and put the hook in your mouth.
Lie, sir.
And then dive back on the boat and no, you ain't doing that.
Come on.
You understand? You put the bait. What Balthazar one did was put the bait. Now it's up to the brother to bite the bait.
Come on.
And come sit down in class.
That's right.
That's your job. That's our job.
Come on.
You understand? Outside of that, you can't. You know what I mean? You can't now open somebody's brain and pour the shit in.
Right. Come on.
You can't do that. I'm showing you the reason why he's not or she's not in class.
Come on.
That's all. You understand? Come on.
This is the last bit. That's what I was getting to. So, also, is it fair to say then this, like, because you kind of alluded to it, I believe. Is it fair to say that even if they don't know, they do know? Like, is there something to where we can say like a person might be like, well, I don't know about the split. I don't know about none of that. I just know I'm an Israelite, brother. I just know that I learned who I am and I got to keep the commandments. But is there something to where we can say, nah, brother? Like you heard the priest speaking.
Look on the wall in the school right there. What do you have on the wall in the school? It's supposed to have it in the school. Every school. What do you see on the wall?
No excuses.
Not no cowards so much, but no what?
No excuses.
No excuses. No coward comes in. You come in here, you're gonna learn that. But no excuses.
Come.
You understand? No excuses. What you're doing is giving them an excuse.
Come.
You understand? It's beyond the excuse once you hear the truth. You stand up outside a camp and you hear eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster is a sin, and the brother reads it. And you stand up and you listen and you nod your head, and then you go back home and you pull a crab leg out and decide you're going to make the best recipe. Ain't no sweat. I hope, you know what I mean? I hope you had the best crab
Come.
you ever had. You understand? Now it's on you. You understand what I'm saying? That's why Christ said he rather hear what? Go to the New Testament. No, hold on. I call for scripture. Before I go to that, go to 1 Timothy 2:5. What's holding that for me?
Come.
Go ahead, Akashka.
This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 5. For there is one God, one mediator between God and man. The man.
You understand what it's saying, right? One God, one mediator, right? Read on.
Between God and man.
Between God and man. You understand? There's one way to Christ. You understand? And that's in the Israelite school with our practical knowledge.
Come.
You understand? That's the only way getting to Christ's ark. You going into these other religion, you trying to go through the back door. And there's no back door, there's one door. And that's through the front. You understand? You get any no other way. You know what I mean? Who try to come through your back door? Who tries to come through your back? Yeah, thief. You understand? You trying to smoke weed and come through the back door. You're trying to pop holes and come through the back door. You trying to, you know what I mean, be gay and come through the back door. That is not happening. They come to the front. You gotta come in here and learn. You understand? Have integrity, have some morals. All right. Now go to Revelation 3 and 15 from chapter 1.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, this is the book
And
of Revelation.
that precept, Salaki, the precept that I just went to, that 1 Timothy 2 and 5, that was to go with the question Yasaka had in Matthew 11 and 27. Okay?
Come on.
All right, go ahead.
Come on. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot.
You know your work, you need a what?
I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot.
A cold person is what? When I say cold,
So like,
what type of
cold
person is that?
That's somebody, they don't know nothing about the truth. Nothing.
No, nothing. Right? So he's saying cold, no hot. And a hot person is somebody that what?
That's in the truth, sir.
That's in the truth. That's in the UPK.
Come
in the ISUPK. Right? No sweat. Read on.
I would thou wert cold or hot.
You rather hear what? Cold or hot. Either way. Read on.
Come. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
Yeah, you're in between. You're hearing the truth. You know this is the truth. You know what you're hearing across there is a lie. You understand? You know it. But you was like, you know what? I'm going to stay right here. I'm going to stay on the fence. I'll stay right here. But the Lord is saying is he's going to do what? He's going to spew you out. You're going back into where? You're going to be where? Where you are?
In the world.
Yeah, you in the world. Those are the Israelite groups are where?
In the world.
They're in the world. You understand? And purple cats, they're in the what? In the world. They're not in the truth, you understand? They think they're hot. They're not. You understand?
Come.
Yeah, do they know that Christ is black? Yeah, they know Christ is black. No. But they're not willing to give up that doctrine and come into the school, Israelite School University of Practical Knowledge.
Come.
They're not willing to do it. So the Lord say, you know what? You'll stay in the world. You know what? Because you don't think they right now with a pen and paper in front of the screen.
Come.
Yeah. You think they ain't doing that? They're doing it. You understand? You think that brother who you talk to went and say, you know what? This brother here working with me in ISUPK. You think he ain't gonna do that? He went and did it. I bet you he went and do it. The problem is, there's a problem with people, and I think was the Rash I think mentioned it pertaining to change. The problem is the majority of us do not want to change. Majority of us will, once the belief is not affecting their lives, then they will settle for that once it's not in their mind the normal Christianity. You understand? They could accept that. But when you come into the truth and you hear what? You can't eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. A man could have more than one wife, as many wives as he want, or none. Then you hear, what's the next thing? That Paul, not Paul, what's your brother name? That John the Baptist was in the truth. That, you know what I mean? Now you start going down the list of things they haven't, they had issues with and went and formed a group over, like the Sodomite in the purple group. His problem was what?
So like it, sir, multiple
Mhm.
wives.
Multiple wives. When he could have stayed here and have what?
One wife.
Yeah, he could have stayed here and have one wife.
Or one.
Much polygamy.
Yeah. Or none. But he made that a problem. Why? Because he's a sodomite. So now you're going to have to make a whole school around your what?
A lie?
Along your lifestyle.
Yeah, around your life.
So now we're hearing about brothers, you understanding, shooting transvestites in the face. We hearing about, you know what I mean, the depicts. He went and created a school around his lifestyle. So now once the stories start to come out about who sleeping with who, you're going to be like, it must be woman. All right, let's see.
Come.
We'll see. You understand? Like always pay attention. You understand? You know what I mean? To what you're hearing, what you're seeing. What you're seeing mightn't, you know what I mean, be all the way, but what you're hearing, the actions, what's going on, oh, you better bet your bottom dollar what Commander Jerry is saying, what the general is saying is the truth.
Come.
You understand? Come on. Any more questions? I think our brother had a question in Corinthians. I think young man Jeriel. First Corinthians 11 and 10. But First Corinthians 11 and 10. Akash, can you read that for me?
Come, sir. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 10. For this cause ought the woman to have power over her on her head because of the angels. So like it, sir. For this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angels.
Right? So read above it. So this here is talking about what?
Like it, sir, it's talking about the order.
The order of what? Or the family structure. Right? How it's supposed to be. Right? So read skip up to verse 4.
Come. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 4. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonored his head.
Right. So that's why we wear what? Head pieces with what? With hole at the top, or mitres. You understand? So we don't cover our head. We're not like this other camp that call us what? The bride of Christ. We're not that. You understand? We men of the Lord. You understand? And we keep what? Our head what? Covered, just not the crown. Okay? Read on.
Come. But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head.
And who is her head?
The man.
Yes. Right? Read on.
Come. For that is even all one as if she were shaven.
Right. On her head. Right? So it's saying that what? That shame is almost as a what?
A bald head.
Yeah. You having a woman having no hair. And brother, you know what I mean? That in the black community, Yeah, I mean, sisters, you know, I mean, you call a sister a bald head, she might want to fight you. Them things is fighting words. You understand? You know, all these weaves, you know what I mean? These, you know what I mean? Our sisters, they, you know what I mean? If it was dealing right with the Lord, wouldn't have to deal with these what? These weaves. The Lord, you know what I mean? He will bless the head. You understand? That's in what? Isaiah, I believe, where he says, smite their crown. You understand? Well, he's telling you, you know what I mean? You not covering your head, right? Is you know what I mean? Is or prophesying with your head uncovered is like, you know what I mean, as a woman that what? Shaved off all her hair. You understand? Read on.
Come on. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
For if the woman be covered, let her also...
No, if a woman be not covered.
Salakia, sir. For if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered.
Yeah, meaning cover your head. Let her cover her head. You understand? Read on.
Come on. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of God, but the woman is the glory of the man.
You understand? Like the Lord laying it down for you right here. He's how it's supposed to be. The man's supposed to be what? In charge. You understand? He's supposed to be in charge. And he's telling you, he's giving you the order. So just like the man, the Messiah is the man, they have power over the man, right? The man has power over the woman. So that woman should do what? Cover her head. And that is a way of basically showing what? The Lord is trying to make this woman what? Visually what? A woman with a head covered visually shows a man that what? What's she trying to show you? She's humble to you.
Humble, submissive.
Yeah, she's submissive. You understand? She covered that head. You understand? Read on.
Come on. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man.
Right, read on.
Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man.
Hold on. Wait. What verse in?
That was the end of 9.
Okay, go ahead.
For this cause...
So you understand what it's saying here, right? Neither was the man created for the woman. Right? The woman was created what? To help the man. Right? That's what he going back to, Paul going back to. Right? Read on.
Come on. For this cause ought the woman to have power over her head because of the angels.
Power what?
Power on her head because of the angels.
Why? Who taking notes?
Is it the fact that by her covering her head, that's voluntary, that she is submissive?
Yeah.
And that she recognized that has been noted by the angels?
That's it. Because the angels. The angel is going, we think what happened. He going back and report you. Just like you saying on the corner in some closet smoking a pipe. Who think making note of that? Nayathaq in the corner of the thing smoking. Okay. Right. All right, go down there right now and make sure he gets locked up. Get locked up. But on there right now, make sure he getting some accident. Hey, Nats, I couldn't get an accident. Some it's like so I was smoking. You think they ain't taking notes of everything that you're doing? Taking notes, everything that we're doing. Everything. You understand? Like don't think that's why we say the Lord sees what?
Everything, sir.
He sees everything. Why? Because his angels are doing what? In this room right now, taking what? Notes.
Like recording everything, sir.
Recording everything. You understand? How do you think we could read and see what? A wicked woman is given to a what?
Wicked man.
Yeah. Because he taking notes of everything that you're doing. I mightn't see it. You understand? I mightn't see it, but the angels, oh, they're in the room right there with you. You understand? Doing the angels right there in the script club, looking at you, making notes. Oh yeah, and he have his Mitri on. You understand? We're taking notes, and the woman. That's what he basically trying to get the woman to. So read that verse one more time.
Can. For this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angels.
All right. She needs to have that power on her head, meaning what? And man, cover your head to show that what? Your man in charge of you.
Can.
You understand? All right, so we good with that? Any more? I know we up on the time. Yeah, we up on the time. So like, yeah. With that, any questions, you'll bring it in next week. All right, with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer Darash.
Kawakan.
All right. So like, yeah.
Men of Israel, Amajim. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to Captain of 13,000, Nayathaq, Banyamyan. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh
Yahabashim Yashai Brakathum.
Yadamatah, Star, turn and face the sisters. Sisters Amajim. Men of Israel, going to render one courteous salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Yahweh Shema. Yadamatah means hands down. Shabi means to be seated. ISUPK security announcement. We're the ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 25th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. They need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10 means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Prayer offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We have the memorial of blowing of trumpets, which is the first day of the 7th month, which falls on a Friday, September the 11th, followed by the Day of Atonement, which is the 10th day of the 7th month, which falls on Sunday, September the 20th of this year. And you can read about both of those in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23. And if anyone wants to be a Salakia, there also is the upcoming Philly Cookout, which is September the 3rd through the 6th, if you plan on going to the Philly Cookout. And if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, class dismissed.